Hello everyone, welcome back to One Touch Pharmacology. In this video, we'll be discussing hypertensive urgency or emergency. What is hypertensive urgency or emergency? A systolic BP of more than 220 mm of mercury and or diastolic BP more than 120 mm of mercury is termed as hypertensive urgency. When the elevated BP is associated with target organ damage, it is termed as hypertensive emergency. So, a systolic BP of more than 220 mm of mercury and a diastolic BP of more than 120 mm of mercury without any target organ damage is hypertensive urgency, whereas when the same elevated BP is associated with target organ damage, it becomes a hypertensive emergency. So, what is a target organ damage? The patient can present with cerebrovascular accident or hypertensive encephalopathy or acute left ventricular failure or acute coronary syndrome, dissecting aortic aneurysm or acute renal failure. These are some of the examples of end organ damage. Eclampsia, head injury with elevated blood pressure, cheese reaction, hypertensive crisis in pheochromocytoma, and clonidine withdrawal is also considered as hypertensive emergencies. The time frame in the management of hypertensive urgency or emergency. In the management of hypertensive emergency, the reduction in blood pressure has to be achieved within minutes, whereas in hypertensive urgency, the reduction can be achieved within hours. So, hypertensive emergency is usually treated with parenteral drugs, whereas hypertensive urgency is managed with oral drugs. Management of hypertensive emergency or urgency. You have to keep in mind that rapid reduction of blood pressure would precipitate ischemia. Reduce the blood pressure by not more than 25% within the first few minutes to 1 to 2 hours. Then reduce more gradually to 160 bar 100 mm of mercury, taking 2 to 6 hours. Parenteral drugs in the management of hypertensive emergencies include nicardipine, clevidipine, labetalol, esmolol, enalaprilate, phenoldipam, hydralazine, and furosemide. Firstly, nicardipine. Nicardipine is a calcium channel blocker belonging to short-acting dihydropyridine class. Usually, it is combined with a beta blocker like esmolol or labetalol. This is mainly to counter the tachycardia that is associated with short-acting dihydropyridines. Nicardipine causes predictable and dose-related reduction in blood pressure. The action lasts for 3 to 4 hours. This drug is better tolerated and less toxic than nitroprusside. This can be given at a dose of 5 mg per hour intravenously. A maximum up to 15 mg per hour can be given. Clevidipine. This is another short-acting dihydropyridine. This has a short half-life of around 1 minute, and this drug allows tighter control of blood pressure. The dose of the drug is 1 to 2 mg per hour initially, then double the dose every 90 seconds till the target blood pressure is achieved. A maximum dose of up to 32 mg per hour can be given. Labetalol. Labetalol is an alpha plus beta blocker. It is one of the most potent beta blocker for rapid reduction of blood pressure. It's useful in pregnancy. It is given at a dose of 20 to 40 mg IV every 10 minutes till the desired response is achieved. A maximum of 120 mg of this drug can be given. Esmolol. Esmolol is a short-acting beta blocker. It is less efficacious than labetalol. It is reserved for patients in whom serious adverse effects due to beta blockers is a concern. This drug is especially useful when the cardiac contractility is compromised, example in case of aortic dissection. This drug is given as a bolus dose of 500 microgram per kilogram over a minute, followed by 25 to 200 microgram per kilogram per minute intravenously. Phenoldiazepam. Phenoldiazepam is a peripheral dopamine 1 receptor agonist. This drug reduces arterial pressure without causing rebound hypertension or withdrawal or without reducing the renal function. It is given at a dose of zero point 0.1 to 1.6 microgram per kilogram per minute intravenously. Phentolamine. Phentolamine is a non-selective alpha blocker. This drug is an alternative to labetalol for hyperadrenergic crisis. It is combined with beta blocker to avert tachycardia and myocardial infarction. Hydralazine. Hydralazine is an arteriolar dilator. The blood pressure reduction with this drug is less predictable. It is useful in the management of preeclampsia or eclampsia. This drug can cause reflex tachycardia and it is highly risky in patients who have coronary artery disease. It is given at a dose of 5 to 20 milligram intravenously. Glyceryl trinitrate. This drug is predominantly a venodilator. This is suitable in patients with myocardial infarction or acute coronary syndrome or heart failure accompanied by high blood pressure. It is usually combined with labetalol. It is given at a dose of 0.25 to 5 microgram per kilogram per minute intravenously. Furosemide, which is a loop diuretic, is usually used as an adjunct with vasodilators. Clevidepin, phenoldiazepam, and enalaprilate, I believe, is not available in India for use. Oral drugs used in the management of hypertensive urgencies include labetalol, amlodipine, captopril, and clonidine, which is a partial alpha agonist.